Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. Dan Bongino's left his FBI, already starting his podcast again, and he went after Matt Gaetz, who took a shot at him. And he then backed off. I am 1,000% on Dan Bongino's side. Matt Gaetz, just so you know, there's something about him I don't like. I think he's still in Trump world, though, but I don't think he's in like he used to be. In addition, I know Bongino's still very much in Trump world. And let me tell you also about Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massie, his buddies. PBS is now defunded. The board voted to defund it because they don't have any funding, or disband because they don't have any funding. Waltz, well, he finally spoke up, and guess what he did? He blamed Trump. He wants to get out of the way, so he says Trump's only picking on Minnesota because of him. Not all the fraud. Yeah, right. Hilton has ended the franchise of the hotel in Minneapolis that would not let ICE agents stay there. Good for them. 2026, Speaker Johnson is right. These elections in 2026, one of the reasons why we got to get rid of Thomas Massie is there will be impeachment proceedings if the Democrats get that again. They'll do it 3, 4, 5 times, waste our time. Because Trump's doing a great job, you should elect him. Excuse me, J.D. Vance. You should give them Republicans in the House. However, if you want one reason to go out there and work really hard in the midterms, it's to avoid the BS. Dems held a January 6th midnight vigil. You can't make it. I like what Conway says. She says it's all performative. That's a great word. It's always some BS instead of some real substance. Michael Reagan, the son of Ronald Reagan, 80 years old, passed away. Rest in peace. Died of cancer. Trump spoke to the House Republicans yesterday and entertained them with all of his bombacity. Somalia ringleader Amy Bach, 44, disgusting woman, feeding our future fraud scheme. She's had to forfeit her Porsche, cash accounts, 3.7 million accounts. Wow. Luxury high-end goods, Louis Vuitton. It's unfreaking believable. She has been convicted. Target shooting, sad story. A father of 3 fight over a parking space. Somebody pulls out a gun, kills him, makes his wife a widow, and leaves behind 3 children in a Target parking lot. Crazy. And this morning, the big hearing is the House Oversight Committee, chaired by James Comer, is going to dig into the Somalian Minnesota fraud. That'll be fun to watch. We'll cover it for you. World news. Starmer from England and Macron from France are complaining about Trump's comments relative to Greenland and pushing back through NATO. Yeah, right. Paper tigers. Venezuela oil. Trump says we're going to get 50 million barrels right away. By the way, did you know America produces now 19 million barrels a day? Domestic side, that's a lot of oil. So 50 million is only 2 days worth. All right, Iran's on the brink. Apparently, the protesters are about ready to take over 2 cities, and we'll see what happens. They're asking for Trump's support. Trump will give it to them. And Fetterman's weighed in on the Venezuela Maduro grab, and he says good for Trump. Pop culture, GLP-1 drugs. I just want to say this over and over again. I've taken them. It works. I see people that are obese and all of a sudden they're skinny. I know they've taken them. Movie stars, famous people, Schumer, etc., take them. Why does everybody deny they take them or don't want to speak about it? There's no crime with taking a GLP-1 drug to lose weight. In fact, you're a fool if you can afford it and you don't. And Trump's going to make it affordable for everybody. Sports Without Boundaries. John Harbaugh of the Ravens, head coach, was fired after 19 years. He'll get a job quick. And Callie, the big Minnesota Viking lineman who's retired, whose wife talked about how big his Johnson is suing her over it all. I'm thinking to myself, man, if somebody's bragging about how big your Johnson is publicly, is that a bad thing? I think most men would say no. All right, Shakespeare, insult of the day. Do not be a ruddish, salt butter miscreant. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.